welcome everybody to another episode of the Supercar Diaries, and hello from Switzerland. How do we switch off the music? There we go. Oh, it's so fantastic that we get to drive the Roma here, and this one has some of our parts in it actually, but ours back in Germany is actually still under construction, and pretty soon all of that's going to be done. I'm so excited to see what that's going to look like with the full package. As we say, this car only really has our rims and our suspension. The suspension much needed, because I always kind of felt that the Roma just drove a little bit, it rode a bit high. You could see that it was just too much space between the wheels and the fenders, but not in this one. So the first thing we saw was like, whoa, this car rides the appropriate height. And of course on those gorgeous NF10 rims of ours. It's supposed to be a sort of a GT, but it feels very much compact. Definitely heavier, taller, bigger than an F8, but I don't know if it's bad. I don't think I can complain about it. That is sublime. The interface you have in front of you, that typical huge rev counter in the front, but then everything else is, well, endless possibilities. You can just change how you want to see that. Let's quickly talk about the HMI, the human machine interface that Ferrari has incorporated in this Roma. We also see similar characteristics in the SF90, and that is going digital with the interface. Let me know what your comments are on that down below, and how do you like that? This car, if it were mine, first thing it needs is a proper exhaust upgrade, because this is not on. Crikey, is it a drama to find a really nice spot out here just to park the car. So many people just outside because the weather's nice, well, still, but we just parked it here, and this is where we're going to have a quick talk about this car. What do you guys think about the look of the Roma? You see it and you think, what did they do? You look at it again, you think, and then after that it starts growing on you. And right now, look at this bloody car. It is drop dead gorgeous. If you look at it from the side, it has a sort of very interesting shark nose, this mesh metallic silver grille. It kind of looks like a cheese grater, but it still works to some extent. The lip in front is not out of carbon fiber. Look at this. This is like, you can even see the molding work still on that. That's not really great. And the not really great continues all the way to the back. You find sort of hardish black plastics. That should be actually replaced with carbon fiber, which is exactly what we're going to do. I'm so excited to see what our Roma is going to look like, because all of those things, as you guys can expect, is going to be out of beautiful carbon fiber. And then the rest of the car just sleeks towards the rear in a very beautiful and elegant fashion. These lights, I love them with the sort of pointy indentations over there. The bonnet, I don't know if you guys can actually see it. It has this sort of swerve over here, bulging in the middle, and swerve over there. You're looking through these two slants over the bonnet and you can see the road. You won't see the badge from there. It points right towards the road. Just really interesting. I love the design. In general, it felt like the Roma just rode really high, which is why it's a great thing that it has our sport suspension. As you can see here, nice and tight like a tiger. I will never get a fist in there. You can barely fit your iPhone in there. Look at that. There's your proof. And then it's got the to die for rims from ours. Yes, they are just the best looking rims for this car. This car is powered by a 3.9 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine. It sends all of that power then to the rear. That is 620 horsepower, 761 Newton meters of torque, pumping this car forward. Now, the way the turbos are spooling and how they work, it's an exciting drive. You keep the revs up there, she's happy, but there's even a lot of low down torque. As a matter of fact, all that torque that we spoke about, 761 Newton meters, is available from 3,000 or just about 3,000 RPMs, which does make this sort of also GT touring possible. This little gear selector that they have put into the car is just such a sexy little addition. Should harken back to the days we used to have a shifter, and they've got those caved inlets where you would really plunk the shifter into, and this should harken back to those days. Of course, we're doing paddle shifting on an 8-speed F1 style gearbox, the same gearbox that you actually have in the SF90, or the same kind of gearbox as you have in the SF90, but the selection that you have over here is just so sweet. Lane crossing, how do you switch that off?
Bitte formulieren Sie Ihre Anfrage genauer.
Switch off lane control.
Es tut mir leid, ich habe Sie leider nicht verstanden.
I'm also sorry, darling.
Das habe ich leider nicht verstanden.
Yeah, just stop moaning and stop talking to me. You're in Switzerland in an Italian sports car with a German woman talking to you, and you're South African. As I was saying, that's the problem with making so many things digital, including the steering wheel. It's just littered with touchpads and buttons, which is not necessarily wrong, but because they've done it with just about everything, I've accidentally numerous times now touched the button for the lady to start faffing to me, asking me things that I don't want.
Es tut mir leid, ich habe Sie leider nicht verstanden.
It's definitely, it feels measurably smaller than driving an 812 super fast, or for that matter, an F12, but it's nimble.
Es ist leider keine Medienquelle verfügbar.
Are you kidding me? I'm not talking to you. What do you want from me? Thank you so much, Ferrari, for making everything digital in here, including the new steering wheel. You're sitting noticeably higher in this car, un-Ferrari-like high. It feels good in here. It really feels good. This whole section over here is also a completely new design that Ferrari has done. They've moved away from those purely round lights that you used to see, and they've gone with this very different look, and I think it works. I commend you guys for being so spontaneous and so brave to just do that. You've got a rear wing that actually lifts up as well to give you downforce and so on and so forth, and then this exhaust system, which definitely needs to be replaced with one of ours. However cool that might be, I think that these tips are super sexy. The sound is, yeah. Top the charts, ladies and gentlemen, at a breathtaking 103.4. You need to get a Novitec exhaust system. Yeah, not really that great. But overall, this car is really, really sexy. keep your eyes out on the channel for that. And if you haven't yet, and if you want to keep your eyes out for many other cool things, then subscribe to our channel. You can also follow us on Instagram at Novitec Group, or me personally at Beyond the Cork, and keep an eye out for the crazy stuff that we do here on our channel.